It's a rainy day in Taipei, and today I'm visiting the largest bouldering gym called the T UP Mingde. So this gym is located at the basement of a building, which is somewhere near the northern region of Taipei, not too far from the central. And let's just take a quick tour of the gym. Over here there's plenty of routes, many variations, slabs, overhangs. I think one thing I really love about this gym is the comp wall. They have a lot of variations of comp routes and different difficulties. So I started my session with a cup of latte from this coffee vending machine, which is pretty convenient and affordable. And I began my session with some stretches and slight hangboarding. And I began to slowly climb up the grade. So for those of you who are not familiar with the grade, just a quick glance. They have grading from BB all the way to B8. So over here, this is a B2. Quite a doable route that requires a bit of thinking. And moving on to some slabs. So in my previous video I went to T UP Mingde, and they do have really difficult slabs. So I'm very curious about how well I can do the slabs here in Mingde. Next is this B3 route, which does require a bit of route reading in advance, but I think I kind of wing it. So yeah, there was some part that I have to kind of figure it out while climbing. Alright, so this was a rather tricky B4 route. It seems very straightforward at one glance, but actually at this part, transition over the next hole was rather challenging. So after a few attempts, I saw someone did it with a kind of toe hook beta. This. And I decided to give it a try, and it does help me to stick to the wall better, and I managed to catch the next hole without much problem. And the last hole just requires me to kind of pull myself up and go for it. So this is probably one of the harder V4 rides I tried that day. The problem was, this move where I have to kind of compress this. However, the right hand hole was so bad, it was very slopey. Unless you're very strong, it's very hard to catch it dynamically. So I have to figure out a way to statically approach that compression. So try to switch from this to the compression move, but it was very hard. And over here, I even try to just bump up from this kind of Gaston position, but didn't really work. So on this attempt, I managed to pull myself as hard as possible with that right hand undercling, and managed to bring my left hand over, followed by my right hand to do the compression move. And yeah, the rest was rather manageable. And moving to the comp routes. So this gym has 3 different difficulty for the comp route, which are fun, intermediate, and open, if I remember correctly. So the one I'm climbing right now is fun, but I beg to differ. To be fair, even the easiest route are very challenging, very physical as well. Sadly, on the last move, I just kind of gassed out, and I just couldn't pull myself to the wall anymore. So I just dropped from here. And trying that fun slab route. Next up, some coordination route, which is something I'm more comfortable with. But almost missed that hole over there. Overall, I'll say it's quite straightforward. Here's a glance of the so-called intermediate route. It was kind of insane. The first move was quite a huge commitment. You have to really jump over and catch that hole there and jump onto the zone. And this was me trying the route from the zone. So I have to kind of swing myself and land on the round foothold while catching that dual tax hole on the side of the wall. And back to some slab routes. Ever since I climbed in Taipei, I've never felt so bad about my slabs, so really want to take the opportunity to kind of train for my slabs, get more comfortable with them. this V5 slab was kind of like my final boss for that day. I think it took me over like 20 attempts to, get to this point. I was struggling at different checkpoints. Especially this move over here, I have to thrust on the red volume, and then step on this small little foothold over here. This last foothold was so bad that I could barely trust it and put my weight on it. And that was as far as I could go before I called it quit. But anyways, I had a blast climbing in Taipei. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.